Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, geez. What's going on, freaks? I don't think I'm connected to the dog's camera. Oh well. How's it going, everybody? All 93 of you? Yeah. It's hard to get into the algorithm for anything else, you know. I talked to Lisa Wilkerson today. She's, you know, seems to be responding pretty well with her treatments and everything. So if you guys can put out the positive vibes for her, that'd be sweet. Tina Marie. Didn't you used to be a mod here? Hello, Steve. Hey, did you guys, what do you guys think of that? I put out that video earlier today. It started off really well and then it just kind of went, ooh. You know, I mean, it did okay, but just kind of weird how it does that. It had like 8,000 views in the first hour and then it just sort of died down. Usually it kind of sticks there for a while and then who knows. I thought it was pretty good though. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty cool how it, I mean, you actually can see him over there. I mean, of course there's other video of him on the roof and everything, but I'm just saying it was kind of interesting to be able to see. What I thought was kind of interesting is how you're able to see him so well from the ground over there. I thought like you wouldn't be able to make out anything, but so the snipers had a lot better of an angle shot than we were told. I mean, they're up in the air another 14 feet or whatever. So anyways, today I do have some updates on the, I'm going to cover the missing person case of Jessica Rapsys, and then we have a couple Delphi updates really quick. There you go. Yeah, she was doing chemo, and you know, I guess those numbers. I guess there's the negative numbers that were like 7,000. Now they're 700, but you know, you kind of want that to not even be there at all. So, you know, think she's responding. Then they're going to use a different type of a treatment using her genes and stuff. So, and I don't mean like blue jeans. I mean your, your genetics. Right? What do you mean? Which video am I talking about? The one I just put out today. Yeah, it was pretty clear. Anyways, judge refuses to throw out key evidence in Delphi murders case. Special Judge Francis Gould is refusing to throw out the key evidence in the Delphi murder case. Thank God. Richard Allen is charged with murdering Libby German and Abby Williams. Usually when you use their last name, you say Liberty German and Abigail Williams, not Libby German. I don't know, it just doesn't... his attorneys had been requesting a Franks hearing to dismiss some of the evidence. Prosecutors used to arrest and charge Allen with multiple counts of murder. Remember, Betsy Blair didn't actually say, she described a different kind of guy, and then blah, 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 blah. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. That evidence was gathered when investigators served a search warrant at Allen's Carroll County home in October of 2022. In their effort to suppress that evidence, Allen's lawyers argued that the sheriff misled and lied to a Carroll County judge in order to obtain the search warrant. They asked for a hearing to explain why they believe the evidence should not be allowed at the trial. Tuesday, Gould rejected that request for a hearing and ruled that she did not believe the sheriff acted inappropriately when getting the warrant. One of the most critical pieces of evidence that investigators found during the search warrant of Allen's home is a firearm the defendant said he has owned for many years. The prosecutor says ballistics testing of the ejection marks like it matched an unspent bullet that was found, or an ejected bullet that was found on the ground by Libby. In a series of motions, the defense team laid out dozens of pages of reasons why they believe the search warrant violated Allen's rights and should not have been issued. Anyways, the judge ruled against it. It's not happening. So all the evidence is in. Thank God. That's not fair, Gray. See, anybody that bitches about like the Franks hearing not working out for Allen, that just means you're biased. It's like, there's so much damning stuff in there. I mean, he's admitted to the murder 61 times, so you're trying to get him off on some sort of a technicality? Just, no, Gray, I just want the Constitution. No. You want to be right. That's the thing. You want to be right and pretend that he was innocent. But he's not. He's not innocent. But look at that, you guys, only 143 people here, because I just did a regular show on something else. And guess what? This is just like another night. Like yesterday we had a good show. It was like a normal night that we used to have. And tonight's another night where I need the support of the freaks to, just keep on moving forward here. Way behind for the month, but, I'm trying to make videos to maybe catch up. So if you have the ability to support the channel, I was listening to Trump. He said almost the exact same thing. Like, his was funny. He said, one of his ads, he said, I only want you to send money to my campaign if you can afford to, but you likely can't afford to because of the, and then he goes on. That's actually a great ad. Isn't that a great ad? I mean, like he said, but you likely can't afford to because of the economy that's been bestowed upon you by blah, 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 So it's pretty good. But that's what I say too. If you can't afford to help, then, I don't want you to, because then you're struggling more. I'm just, if you can, you can. Are you somebody new here, Tina, or because you have the same name as somebody that used to be here? Anyways, let's get to the Jessica Rapsys. So this is her. This is recent pictures, April of this year. So that's what she looks like now. $8 for a pound of bacon. Thanks, Wendy Van Rokel. Yeah, so that's her. And we'll go over this Fox News. Let's try to get everything mapped out. Yeah, you wouldn't know it though, would you, Tina? When you look around, 160 people watching. Wouldn't know it. A Florida woman is missing in South Carolina after authorities found her empty vehicle off a dirt road in Allendale County with the keys still inside on Tuesday night, according to the sheriff's office. Thanks, Michelle H. Callers reported Jessica Rapsys, 27, missing on August 13th, so just a couple days ago, at around 8 p.m. and gave Allendale County Dispatch an address along a dirt road. I wonder if we can find that that call. That's crazy. Should we try that? Allendale County, I mean, it might be kind of easy. Yeah, and a time is given. Let's see. Broadcastify. Here we go. Broadcastify. Log in. Okay, it doesn't show my password. Let's see. So this will be archives. And this is United States, South Carolina. And then they said it was Allendale County. There you go, right there. And Allendale County Fire, Allendale County Rescue Squad. I don't know. It doesn't really sound. I guess that could be something. So let's see. That would be on the 13th. And then they say 8 o'clock. And gave Allendale, yeah. So right around 8. So how about right here? Let me download this one and the next one. You know, I am a premium. What are you guys talking about? That's weird. I already have all this. Oh, renew. So you have to have, I guess that's for 360 days of premium access, $30. Okay, I'll just do it. See, right now I'm already negative 25. Let's see. Unless I just ran out or something. I just used it the other day. Okay. I think I should go try to find that. Okay, archives, United States, South Carolina, Allendale. probably that one. 13th, 8 o'clock. That's ridiculous. What happened? Jesus, that's loud. No. What this calls platform thing? Nodes. No, I don't know. Don't see it in there. Don't see it. Anyway, let's just get back to this. So callers reported Jessica Rapsys, 27, missing on August 13th around 8 p.m. and gave Allendale County Dispatch an address along a dirt road by Creek Plantation. Oh, God, Jesus, man, this is like who's on first. All right. Creek Plantation. Is there a place called Creek Plantation? I don't see it. Dirt road by Creek Plantation, a private tract of land in Martin, currently used by horse breeding, according to the county's website. Okay. Private tract of land in Martin. So let's see, Martin 10. Okay, way over here. That's it, right? Okay, there's only one place. Now, maybe I can type Creek Plantation. Yeah, it didn't really. Hey, Zozo's waving, everybody. Come on, everybody. Help support the channel tonight. Let's not have a good night last night and then the next night back into the doldrums of just struggling. All right? Thank you. It's still unclear why Rapsys was in the Creek Plantation area on Tuesday, Allendale County. So let's see where Allendale County. I just want to make sure I'm in the right place so we're not just spinning our wheels. Okay, yeah, so this is in that area here. Thanks, K-Me. And Flounder 23. Very cool, very cool. Okay. I think there's more specific information later. It is still unclear why Rapsys was in the Creek Plantation area on Tuesday. Allendale County Sheriff Department Chief Deputy Stephen Robinson told Fox News Digital. Rapsys' father, Vid Rapsys, and it seems like a lot of her stuff is under her dad's name, even though she's 27. Fox News Digital that he does not know with any certainty why Jessica was in the area on August 13th. I thought she was going to visit her. Well, I guess we'll have to figure that out. Her family is in South Carolina helping with the search. The Allendale Sheriff's Department and South Carolina Law Enforcement Division have been incredible and have been tirelessly searching with all conceivable methods. I wonder what her, what that name, Rapsys and Vid, that sounds sort of some sort of European. I'm not even able to guess really what country that would be. Thank you, Lisa Valenzuela. Hey, I think my text thing's working now again, see? How come some super chats have reply to click and tag the donor to thank them and some don't? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's sort of a test or something. That's not what it's about, Tina. Okay, it has nothing to do with what you just typed in. The vehicle was stuck in the... So Robinson, who responded to the scene... Wait, let me see where we're at. Okay, so then right here it says the local residents as well have spread the word and accepted flyers as well as social media shares. And then friends and family have been reaching out constantly, Vid Rapsys said. Thank you, Linda Howe, as in Linda Molden Howe of the Cattle Mutilations and Crop Circles. What does that mean, Gray? Well, let me tell you, I'm not going to do it. Particularly after recent heavy rainfall in the area. So it says Robinson, who responded to the scene of Rapsys' disappearance himself on the evening of August 13th, said the area where officials located her vehicle is heavily wooded and swampy, particularly after recent heavy rainfall in the area. So I see this picture here. Rapsys' vehicle was located on train tracks on a dirt road near Creek Platform in Allendale County. But what's weird is it's not really saying, this what Creek Platform is. Let me just do the. I got to do a search up in here for. So it'd be Allendale. Yeah, there it is. Oh, shoot. Right there. Okay, we just turned that on. All right, so we're in the right county. It's right here, that in yellow. See that? And then near Martin. I think I need to almost look this up on Google instead of Google Maps. I don't know. Let's see. Creek Plantation in Allen County. Creek Plantation is a 14,000 acre property in Allendale County, South Carolina, that's located on the Savannah River near Martin. It includes timberland, open fields for agricultural, and 3 commercial enterprises. William S. Morris of Augusta, Georgia acquired the plantation in 1968. It's located, it doesn't really say exactly, but apparently it's in here. I mean, it's listed. It's strange that you don't really have, let's see, Creek Plantation, Allendale County. Okay, is that it? No. But it says it was near Martin. Yeah, Savannah River near Martin. And here's some railroad tracks that they did mention. But man, that's going to be tough without having a specific, where on a road something is. Thanks, Plato. Writing Everyone else's wave. Well, let's continue it forward, everybody, so we can get to some sort of number tonight. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's what it said in there. Let's see if there's any other articles. Creek Plantation. Is there a map? Oh. What was this? Yeah, look at that. Located on the... Okay. About us. Here, let me put this over in my folder so we have it. Yeah, a lot of workers work on these ranches. Okay, here we go. There's an address. Can you believe it, man? If you just look around a little bit. Here we go. And that was the address, apparently. Yeah. 319 Steel Creek Road, Martin. No, it's this one. Right here. Alright, so here's the plantation. Right here. Finally. It's called the Creek Plantation. Alright. Save. Oh, I hope I didn't put that in that other folder. Of course I did, man. Got to keep everything together. Not so quiet. Oh, the music. There we go. I turned it so far down. You guys could barely even hear me, right? I mean, testing. Hey, oh, I guess that's the system audio, so you could still hear me. Interesting. Alright, so is there a street view down here? Oh, it goes to the right. No, it does go there. Interestingly. Wow. Okay. Well, where's that? Is this railroad tracks then? Well, here's railroad tracks. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was kind of in this general area right here. Thank you, Deborah. True. Deborah True. True. Just because there aren't many creators as authentic as you, Gray. Thank you. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm just, you know what? I'm basically the Trump of YouTube, okay? I'm just me. If you don't like me, you don't like me. It's just kind of the way it is. All right. I guess that's kind of why I like him, because he just says whatever the hell he's thinking. Hopefully I'm not quite as, I don't sit there and go, exactly the same as him, but I left my DNA on the like button, so if I ever go missing, you and the freaks can find me. Hey, there you go. Yeah, make sure to hit that like button, you guys. All right, so let's go back. Let's go through the articles now. I think we have kind of, we're in the right area here. And these are the railroad tracks. Maybe we'll get some more defining information later. And I think they actually have a picture. Let's see if we can find that one, because what I think that is just right here. They're using Google Earth, and I'm just kind of thinking it's here just by looking at that in the air. And let me go up. I can see a tree that kind of looks like might be where they went. And this is why you guys like me, because I'm really fast at this stuff now. I can just... Here, watch this. That was exactly what I was just predicting in my head. There's a tree right there, and I think that image was shot right there. And there you go. Look at that. See? There you go. Boom. See, to me, it's like, when you build puzzles, after a while, you see the patterns. Now I can just see it. But anyways, they just sort of, I don't know if this is just B-roll, like, hey, here's a picture of an area, or is this kind of what leads to the area? Like, was it really on the plantation over there? Thank you, K-Me. So I'll just put one here for just like news image. Feels good to be doing something else tonight, though. I was just going to do like a call-in, but Zozo was like, hey, look at this one. I was like, oh, wow, that one looks kind of like, could be interesting, too, you know? So anyways, the vehicle was stuck on the railroad tracks. We notified CSX, the railroad company, to halt all the trains coming through the area. Well, wow, I mean, maybe you can determine how long the car was there by when was the last train that went by. Authorities also conducted a preliminary check of Rapsys' vehicle, which had no one in or around it. I mean, we could, let's look. You know what we could do here is, I do have the flight radar over here. Is that it? Yeah, let me just use the map and go find it. It sucks on flight radar. They don't let you just type in a place and have it go there. But I think I almost know where it is currently. That's off that thing like that. I guess way over. Ew, shit. I think it's from here and then it's over Martin. There it is. Alright, so what we could do, and then it's not just Martin, so let me go over to the left. And it's right here. That's the area right next to that church, even. But there it is. All right, so you can't see what I'm looking at, but it's right here. So I have it on flight radar, the location. Hey, thank you, brown-eyed girl. Da-da-da-da. Wasn't that perfect? All right, well, you know what we could do is they actually have a playback button here, and you can go back to the 13th, and I guess we could just start the playback here, and then they make it go like at 200 speed. It's right in the middle there. Maybe I'll do 100. And we could see if a helicopter ever came around. Or I'll make it go to 300 and see if we see anything. Oh, there was something there just for a second. I have to go back. Alright, so this is AM. She didn't go missing till 8. So let me move this forward. 12. This is 13. So right around this time, this is 8 o'clock at night. Well, no, this is UTC, so if it's 8, that means it's 5 hours before, right? So UTC is -5 about. So if it's, so I still got to move. I actually have to go to the 14th at like 1 in the morning. Yeah, and then we start getting into the right spot. Because this is UTC time. I need to have that little clip of Brown-Eyed Girl just to play whenever she sends in a super chat. Man, so that's going at 100 and it's just zipping by. But there's got to be at some point a helicopter or something that comes around here, and it might be the following day. But right now, we're at 1. Let's see. Yeah, well, it's UTC on the 14th, but it's about 9:15 in the morning on the 13th, or in the evening on the 13th. And we'll see if we can get a helicopter that buzzes around this area, and then we'll have a pretty good, look how fast the planes are flying by because we're just replaying it. But once the helicopter gets there and starts circling around, if there is one, then we'll be able to really precisely figure out where they think where the vehicle was. I'm sure, because they would look around where the vehicle was. Man, it's so dark. Hold on. Maybe I'll make it go to 200. 200 speed. Here we go. It only takes, really short amount of time to get an hour in. So right now, it's almost midnight. Right now on the 13th. But I would imagine in the daytime the next day they got a helicopter out, but you would think they would go at night because then you get the... So they might have gone out like last night, perhaps, on the 14th. But now we're at 1 in the morning. Do you guys want me to do this? Yes, it's a new case. I tell you what, I could still kind of read this stuff, and then you guys watch and then type in, look it, if you see something. Employees at Creek Plantation searched the area on horseback Tuesday, according to Chief Deputy. The Sheriff Department called in authorities from neighboring counties, including Hampton County, which responded with bloodhounds. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division SLED dispatched a tracking team to the area on Tuesday evening. On Wednesday morning, the Department of Energy Aviation Unit launched 2 helicopters. So Wednesday morning is yesterday. That's the 14th. So I can just skip by this crap now. So this is 14. Well, no, we're getting there. This is the 14th at 5 in the morning right here. So we should have something coming up here. The South Carolina Department of Natural Resources also dispatched 4-wheelers. But they launched 2 helicopters over the area and began conducting grid searches. All right, well, this is definitely... Let's slow this down a little bit. Saw something. Okay, those are jets. Should be right around in this area. There's Martin. The plantation's right there. And if you're out there and you're able to help support the channel, We try to raise funds to help support the channel on a nightly basis. That allows me to keep doing the show. And then, at the end of the month, I try to be able to give away some money, but we're in a weird place this month where that's going to be a little bit harder. Alright, so we got Martin, and right now it's so it's 1 p.m. UTC, so that would make it like 8 in the morning. But pretty soon we should see something here. That jet went right over it. This is 11 in the morning. No, not 11. It's like 9 something. It's like 9:45. 9:45 or 10:45. I don't know if it's -4 or not. Where are they? It's on the western part of South Carolina, near Martin area. Allendale, I guess, is kind of like there's a town there, bigger town, I guess. Now we're like in the afternoon, so not really sure what that means. No. All those jets almost crashed. We'll see, I guess. Because right now it's basically 12:30 p.m. on the 14th, Wednesday. Launched 2 helicopters. On Wednesday morning, the Department of Aviation put 2 helicopters out there. I don't know. Let's skip it around. Let me go back. Like what time in the morning? 5. Let's go like from here and then slow it down to 40. Maybe that'll help. Or yeah, it's probably a little later than that. Just so you know, we're about 20% of a normal, like last night was like an old school night. But that's not what I'm even, like if you can't do that, then you can't do it. But this is 25% of just that low goal that we have set. I think it's such a cool program. It's like it's amazing that it has all these jets and helicopters. But the problem is they don't seem to, like, sometimes there's helicopters that don't show up on these things. I'm kind of wondering if that's what we have here. Let me just go up a little higher. Maybe it was somewhere else that you know, we just assumed it was right there, but maybe it's just off to the side. But I mean, I have the right place because we just showed an image. Yeah, we don't know why, Liz. Maybe she had some mental issues or something. I don't know. Doesn't sound like it. I have it at 40x right now. Well, they didn't say her car was damaged. All of her stuff was in her car. They've already found her car, so they would have said that there was damage. What do you mean filters? What are you talking about? I'm just watching. I know you can do. Are you talking about filter, like what type of planes or what? I'm just looking for a helicopter to stop and turn around. And like do circling in that area. And it goes, currently we're at like 9 in the morning. And so I don't know what time in the morning. I'm just wondering if it was slower, if it was shows more. Anyways, it says on Wednesday morning, the Department of Energy Aviation Unit launched 2 helicopters over the area and began conducting grid searches along with sled, Robinson said. The Creek Plantation area comprises 526 acres of timberland and open fields used for agriculture. Rapsys is described as 27 years old. She's 5'6". If you have any information, call 803-584-7067. And that was just the Fox News. I mean, there's other articles here. Yeah, where's the portion where it describes that, you know, she was called her aunt and she was, you know, trying to find somewhere? I don't have any of that. Maybe I do. Oh, wait, what was that? I just saw something. Ah, shit, where? There's this plane here, but let me just watch this until noon, and then, which is, should just take a few minutes. Isn't that a miracle, you guys, that more planes don't just collide in the air? Look at that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, there's millions of possibilities, Cindy. But yes, why don't you too? Everybody out there, send in your super chats and let me know what you think. All right, we'll talk about it on the show. Possibly she was abducted and car dumped. Possible. I mean, if she's not around, then sort of seems like that's definitely a possibility. Maybe she was lost and met up with the wrong person. And maybe they got the date wrong. We'll try to this morning too. But UTC, I think, is let's see. Martin, South Carolina, UTC time. Okay, it's minus, let's see. Well, summer, it's -4. Okay, so that would make it, it's currently already noon. Wait, yeah, 16:09, yeah, so. All right, let's skip to the next day. Maybe it was actually today and they just said it wrong. 8:30 in the morning, 9 in the morning. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think those helicopters were, for some reason they're not on here. They should be, but I can't see them, unfortunately. So, give it a shot. It should have been flying right around in here. There's the Savannah River. And then apparently she was on like railroad tracks, which we just saw a minute ago. They were, I think, right here. These are railroad tracks. So, and this road, I'd like to know which direction the vehicle was facing, because I think it goes right down to the river here. And where does the road stop? Yeah, that's kind of a creepy area here. And then it just sort of ends right at the... Right there it ends. It's creepy. At least this guy was crazy again. Another one of the crazy drivers. Thanks, True Crime Nut. More than likely got stuck on track and accepted help from... I don't know if you could say more than likely, but... definitely, it's a possibility. Maybe the person put it on the tracks to destroy, obliterate the car for some reason. I mean, I don't know. They didn't really explain. I haven't seen anything yet that says that the car was, weird, like something was wrong with it. Let's see. Officials found empty vehicle found off private property with keys inside. A Jacksonville woman has been reported missing in South Carolina after authorities discovered her abandoned vehicle on a dirt road in Allendale County. I bet you that's exactly where we were just at, that dirt road right there, on Tuesday night. And also, it seems like it's dirt here, but not... Well, it said it was near a railroad track, right? So, is it dirt in this area? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, it's paved. Oh, maybe this dirt road. Right here. And then there's railroad tracks. That seems more... I'm going to put a pin there. That sounds about right. Jessica Rapsys, 27, was last seen on August 13th around 7:30 or 8 p.m. according to officials. Yeah, they did. The car was on the tracks, but they didn't say there was a problem with the car. They said that they called them to stop the trains because the car was on the tracks. Not, they didn't say it was stuck on the tracks. Let's see. In my opinion, it's some weirdo that lives out there. Every shack needs to be searched. Maybe it's a combination. I'm just saying, I don't know True Crime Nut. But we don't know, like the car was on the tracks, but they haven't said it was broken down and it was stuck on the tracks. They didn't say anything like that. Officials said Rapsys got lost while on her way. There you go. This is that article. Officials said Rapsys got lost while on her way to her aunt's house from Jacksonville. Her aunt was trying to meet her halfway, but Rapsys never showed up. Why was she trying to meet her halfway? Oh, like 'cause she was lost already, or I don't know what that means. Here. Let's see what it says on this. Missing Jessica Rapsys, 27, in Allendale. Was last seen in Allendale, South Carolina around 7:30 or 8. So she was seen in Allendale, so she made it there. Was she just on camera or what? On August 13th, 2024, originally from Jacksonville, Florida, Jessica got lost while on her way to her aunt's house. Her aunt was trying to meet her halfway, but Jessica never showed up. Not sure what that means. On August 14th, 2024, police found her car with the keys still inside and her cell phone nearby. Well, that's interesting, right? But they have not been able to locate her. So her phone was just nearby, like on the ground somewhere? That's pretty strange. And if you know anything, give the sheriff a call at 803-584-7067. On August 14th, around 9:15 p.m., police found Rapsys' car with the keys still inside and her cell phone nearby, but they have not been able to locate her, according to reports. So let's see, what would make you do that? That seems like you're running from somebody, like you pull over. You get out of the car and you're just trying to run, and then how does the cell phone make its? If it's not in the car, then that's likely means the car wasn't dumped there. You get it? I mean, it's possible, they dumped the car and they threw her phone, but what would be the point of that? The phone was found nearby. That means, the phone made it out of the vehicle. And if it was just dumped by somebody, they would just leave the car and walk away. Instead, the phone's nearby. They didn't try to hide the fact that the car was... they weren't trying to hide the fact, the location of the car. The phone was nearby. So it seems like if somebody was dumping it there to help themselves, they would drive a little ways with the phone, throw it in a river, or do something. But instead it's found nearby, so that makes you think, then you're at a place where maybe somebody was chasing her and she, but why would you stop on the middle of a train track? I don't know, maybe she did get stuck, Doesn't say that, though. Oh, well, there you go, it does say it right here, next sentence. It says... Because it sort of made sense then, because the way that all this thing was set up. But the next sentence says, authorities said it was stuck across the railroad tracks that run through the community of Martin in northwestern Allendale County. Allendale County Sheriff James Freeman told WJBF, now we have the piece of information. The tracks where Rapsys' car was found were on private property on Creek Plantation. Rapsys has been, so that's weird too, because it sort of made sense that it was stuck after reading that the phone was found nearby, because that sounds like she's driving and she got out, but it may be somebody was chasing her at that point. Now, we don't know. Did she run out of gas or have mechanical problems? I mean, it would say it right here in the article, so we know, but we don't know. Yeah, the railroad just goes through the private property, just like Delphi. Remember, there was train tracks went through people's property there. You just own the property on the side, the other side, not the track itself. Freeman told WJBF the tracks where Rapsys' car was found were on private property on Creek Plantation. Rapsys has been described as having blonde hair, brown eyes, 5'7", and 105 pounds, so pretty skinny. News 4JAX reached out to Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. The statement below was provided. We are always willing to assist other law enforcement agencies with investigation and will track down any leads with our jurisdiction. Hey, thanks, Mark Willis. Seems unlikely that some psycho just happened to be there around her at the same time she got her car stuck. But there are a lot of psychos out there. Yeah. Great work as usual. Support the channel, freaks, they said. Yeah, see, we're having one of those nights again. We finally got out of the doldrums yesterday, and now mildly, But thank you so much, Mark Willis. It could be that somebody, was, I don't know. By the way, I mean, if she is on this plantation, how do you get lost there, Like, if you're on a dirt road, the second you see the dirt road, you probably would realize that you're not there. That's not correct, Newscrasher. Yeah. It's not correct. It's only 4 hours negative, so it would be, in the morning time, would be something like at 1200 on the 13th, it would be, that would actually be 8 o'clock in the morning local time. Yeah, we know where everything is, Newscrasher. We've already figured it all out. Let's see, Cindy J, 100% hate to say it, but they're probably looking for vultures circling. Who? Now, why do you keep typing that in, Newscrasher? That's 6:40 p.m. Or, yeah, no, not 6:40. It'd be 1600, it'd be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're not making any sense, man. Sorry. Best place in South Carolina to deer hunt. But its crime rate is 3 times the national average. Really? Jeez. Well, what kind of crime, though? Is it just sort of like, drugs and speed, speeding? I mean, what kind of crimes are we talking about here? Yeah, well, it's just sort of like the standard time. And what sucks is when you have daylight savings time, you have to go out and figure out, like, okay, usually states on the East Coast are -5 or -4, and it turns out it's -4 in this one. Really? Which ones, Ariel? Which ones? What bad ones? Yeah, 4:40 p.m., yeah. But we're not talking about 4:40 p.m. I'm not even sure why you're typing that in. Or, why that's being brought up. Like, what's the purpose? That doesn't even make any sense. Unrelated to anything that we've talked about. On August 14th at around 9:15 p.m. So UTC, that would be August 15th at 1:15 a.m. Well, hey, thanks for trying up there, Mark Willis. Thanks for trying. Authorities said it was stuck across the railroad tracks that run through the community of Martin, northwest of Allendale County. Right. So, let's see. Martin was right over here. And so there's the railroad tracks, and then follow those railroad tracks around, just like this. And yep, there you go, see? And then I have it where there's a dirt road, and it's on this plantation. There's a dirt road there, but it would be paved first. So it could be right, but it's not. There's railroad tracks right there, right? This isn't dirt. So this is dirt. So this means there's a dirt road and then railroad tracks. So this kind of makes sense where, none of the other places, I mean, I guess if this is still part of the property, you could be way over here, but I'm going with this right here because I could see making this error. Like you're driving down this road and somehow you took a left there, and then, I don't know how she would get on that dirt road though. That's ridiculous. Like, man, I almost feel it seems like she's running away from somebody. Yeah, so right there you'd have to kind of somehow be up on that road behind there. How would you get there? So maybe right here she took a left, and then, I mean, that's how you'd have to do it. I don't know if that's on the property then, if there's a fence. But like, yeah, I mean, you'd have to go right there and across. That's crazy. If that is where she was. But, it's on this plantation. Apparently there's this huge property here. And so maybe there's a whole bunch of different spots where there's a dirt road that cross. All we know is that they showed us a photograph from right here. And then I'm looking at this, but this seems to be not part of the property because there's a fence there. Yeah, it could go clear over there, but it's definitely along this railroad track. It's not that because that's paved. This looks like a different person's property. This looks like a good spot. I mean, I don't know though, All right, guys, I'm going to need your help support on the channel tonight, you guys. We're going back to what we were before. So if you're able to help and you can out there, that would be great. Thank you very much. But that's just somebody else circling something, right? Like, how do they know any more than we know? You know that thing you just sent me? Oh, so they have it kind of like this. There you go. So they're saying it's right here. I mean, it looks like another dirt road, but I mean, well, I'll put a pin here, but I'm not going to say that that's it. I don't know how they would know any. Let's see, potential vehicle location. And unfortunately, they didn't send it north-south oriented, whatever that image that you got there. Man, how would you get there? Jesus. I mean, if that's the spot, how in the hell did you get there? That's railroad tracks. Did she drive down the railroad tracks? Yeah, it's like, to me, it's the same as GMT time. Greenwich Mean Time. It's the same thing. Like, it's like a 0 there, and then everything's 0, and then it goes off in the other direction. Towards us, it goes backwards, and then the other direction is +1, +2, +3, like that. And then it must meet somewhere where it's like the other side of the world. It's 12 midnight, and then 12. God, what would that be? I guess Her car was not at a road and railroad cross, but down the track. How do we know that? Her car was not at a road and railroad crossing, but down the road, down the track. How do we know that? Well, the guy that drew the picture, he's saying, you know, he sort of circled right there. So, you know, maybe here. It works exactly the same. The sleuth kit. I've used it 1,000 times. Let's see. Tina Marie, so I'm assuming it's an abandoned track. Otherwise, and who cares? You know, we've already figured out this is -4 UTC. We don't need to keep explaining to everybody, you know, like, it just doesn't. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. The sleuth kit. Alright, so if that's it, man, how the hell would it get right there? Crazy, huh? Rapsys has been described as having blonde hair. Yeah, we already read that. Those who believe they might have information on the disappearance of where she might be now are asked to call Allendale County Sheriff's Office or leave a tip through Crime Stoppers at 188 Crime SC or 274-6372. Jessica was last seen in Allendale, South Carolina around 7 or 8 p.m. on August 13, 2024. Originally from Jacksonville, Florida, Jessica got lost while on her way to her aunt's house. Her aunt was trying to meet her halfway, but Jessica never showed up on August 14, 2024. Police found her car with keys still inside and her cell phone nearby, but they have not been able to locate her. Hey, thank you, Body Blow Biscuit Butter. Oh, jeez. Let's see. Did she not call her aunt when she got stuck? Phone was quickly out of her hands before she could call for help. Yeah. I mean, that's what's weird. I mean, the phone's found nearby. It's almost like she got lost and maybe asked somebody, you know, like somebody said earlier, for help, and then they chased her and sort of they caught her right when, you know, she's running away with her phone, and the phone drops on the ground. They catch her and then they put her in a vehicle and take her, but her phone's just left on the ground. They don't touch it or anything. Yeah, phone. Where does it say phone was going flat and she was lost? Where does it say any of that in the articles? I mean, I'm just trying to read through the articles, and we keep hearing stuff that isn't in these articles. Is that something newer that came out, or? 27-year-old Jessica Rapsys disappeared when she was on her way to visit her aunt, according to friends. Law enforcement officials told Action News Jax her car was found abandoned with a flat tire and the keys still inside. It was found near railroad tracks on private property. Jessica is a beautiful person. She is inside and out the most genuine human being I've ever met, her friend Grayson Gall said. Rapsys is described as the life of the party. One of her best friends and hairdresser, Grayson Gall, was just with her Friday night at the beach bars. She was completely normal. Everything was fine. She mentioned seeing an aunt over the weekend, and I saw the flyer and I said, "This doesn't add up." She said, "When I found out, my stomach flipped. I was sick to my stomach." Second. Is that different than anything? I'll just put it in this folder. I don't know what this means. All right. Okay. Hey, thanks, Kathy Freidenmaker. 33% for the night. So this is kind of an interesting one. At least we have more, you know, sort of context, or I don't know, it just feels like, well, what's this up here? Is this
on a private property? Action News Jack's Ben Ryan is live in Jacksonville Beach, and Ben, you talk with Rapsys' best friend.
And Tanika, law enforcement officials told me that her keys were also found in the car. Her friends told me that her cell phone was there too. However, there has been no sight of the 27-year-old. I did talk to one of her best friends today who said that the two of them were just here at the beaches a few days ago, and they're doing everything that they can to find her.
Jessica is a beautiful person. She is inside and out the most genuine human being you've ever met.
Jessica Rapsys is described as the life of the party. And one of her best friends and hairdresser, Grayson Gall, was just with her Friday night at the beach bars.
She was completely normal. Everything was fine. She'd mentioned going to see an aunt over the weekend, but once I found out that I saw the flyer, I was like, this doesn't add up.
The 27-year-old Jacksonville Beach woman disappeared in Allendale, South Carolina. The sheriff's office there told me her car was found abandoned on a railroad track with a flat tire and the keys still inside.
There you go. So there is a flat tire, and she's on. Now, it was funny, though, because just that information about the phone being off to the side made it seem like the car got stuck there, and then, yeah, now we have evidence that it was. So there you go.
When I found out, I was like, my stomach flipped. I was sick to my
Flat
stomach.
tire.
The sheriff's office said her car was on a low limit.
That's just crazy. So she has a flat tire, and then all of a sudden her phone just is on the ground. It must have been really dark. Oh man, that must have been trippy. I don't know what time. I mean, yeah. So this is at 8 o'clock at night. She was seen in Allendale, so probably she was there at like 9. Yeah, well, I think it was 9:15. We heard. So it must be dark out, and she doesn't really. If she doesn't have a flashlight, then her phone was the flashlight, and that died, and then now it's completely dark. Basically, there's no lights there.
Lit, very dark private property.
Oh, look at that! There you go. Very dark. Yeah. That's funny.
Lit, very dark
That's so crazy. That was the next sentence in this video. Listen to that.
Creek Plantation.
When I found out, I was like, my stomach flipped.
Hilarious.
I was sick to my stomach.
I just said that.
Her car was on a low-lit,
very
dark private property called Creek Plantation. It's land primarily used for horse breeding and training. A spokesperson said search efforts spanned several miles. And
I just said flashlight on the phone. Did you hear that?
Included air units and bloodhounds, but they haven't had any luck so far.
The saddest part is you never think this is going to happen to somebody that you know. So, I mean, I have goosebumps right now thinking about it.
Gal said they're working to post more online to help find her and get her home safely.
Jessica is worth it. She's worth the search. I don't think I'm going to give up till we find her.
I was told from officials that this is still an active search, and as of right now, the sheriff.
Let's see. Action News Jax was told by law enforcement officials that this is still an active search. As of right now, the sheriff's office in Allendale said they don't believe there's foul play suspected in her disappearance. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division SLED was requested to assist the Allendale County Sheriff's Office on Thursday, August 15, 2024, in an investigation regarding a missing woman. Jessica Rapsys, 27, was last seen on Tuesday evening, August 13, 2024. The search for Rapsys began on Tuesday, August 13, 2024. The investigation is active and ongoing.
Originally from Naperville, 23rd, while traveling from Florida to South Carolina to visit family. She was last seen Tuesday evening in Allendale, South Carolina. The police found her car abandoned later that night, stuck on railroad tracks. The woman's keys, shoes, and cell phone were still inside. The local sheriff says the search effort includes helicopters and a team of dogs.
Huh. Wonder if I could find it by that. Forget it. I want to look.
This charge is facing 2 Chicago.
There's search happening now for the woman originally from Naperville. Police found her car abandoned later that night, stuck on railroad tracks. The woman's keys, shoes, and cell phone were still inside. So her shoes now. I mean, it's like her shoes, keys, and cell phone, and she just kind of, I don't know, man. That sounds more nefarious, doesn't it? The local sheriff said the search effort includes helicopters and a team of dogs. He said her car was still warm, but had been sitting for a while on private property on Creek Plantation. Rapsys was most recently living in Jacksonville, Florida. Those who believe they might have information call 803-584-7606. Hold on. 803-584-7067.
Woman originally from Naperville, 27-year-old Jessica Rapsys, disappeared while traveling from Florida to South Carolina to visit family. She was last seen Tuesday evening in Allendale. It's stuck on railroad tracks. The woman's keys, shoes, and cell phone were still inside. And serious charges facing 2 Chicago police officers and a former.
N500 SC. Yeah, it's right there, I think. August 13th. Flight time. So it would have been the 14th, though. It says, okay, this might be it right here. I'm going to download this. Because look at that, it's 10:37, August 14th. And, alright, let's see. Crazy. Where is it? Oh. I'm looking for the KML. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Just hit open. Over there? I mean, it's, you know, in the ballpark, but that's not really what I'm looking for there. Let's see what this one says. A 27-year-old woman from Jacksonville, Florida was last seen in Allendale County and has been missing since Tuesday. Jessica Rapsys was last seen in Allendale around 7:30 to 8 p.m. on Tuesday, but that was in that other town in Allendale, August 13th, but had not been seen since. I wonder what she did in Allendale where she was seen, because somehow she was seen in Allendale, so maybe that's when somebody else, I don't know, seems like she would have told her aunt, though. On August 14th, police found her car with her keys inside and her cell phone nearby in a remote part of Allendale County, and apparently her shoes were in the car, too, according to Allendale County Sheriff Lieutenant Stephen Robinson. Robinson said the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, Department of Natural Resources, and the Department of Energy have all responded with different tracking resources to find Rapsys. We have very little details as far as who, what, when, where, and how, Robinson said, noting they do not have a clothing description. Well then, if she was last seen, then how come you don't have a clothing description? We do need if she was last seen at 7:30 to 8, then is that just her car driving by then? And you didn't, I mean, if she's physically seen, then you probably know what she was wearing. If she was just driving by and that's all you had, her car got driving by at 7:30 to 8, then yeah. We do need the public's assistance. We located her vehicle out on Creek Plantation. We requested Hampton Bloodhounds. They responded and did get a track, but they were unable to locate anything. The sled tracking team came down with the same results. And we'll check this one out. But you guys were almost 2 hours into the show, and we are at 33% of a nightly goal. So if you're out there and you have the ability to help keep my show going in the evenings, I would appreciate it. Last night we finally had a night that was sort of normal, and tonight we're back, at that same place that we were. So if you can, I would really appreciate it. Put a comment in the comment, as a super chat so we can read it and discuss it. Say what you want, but definitely could use your guys' help. Thank you very much. Jessica Rapsys, 27, is believed to have gotten lost while traveling from Florida to South Carolina to visit an aunt before her disappearance. I was nothing, Tina. Just another show. Last night was kind of just luck, though. There was 4 people that made it, Let's see. Without a trace. Car discovered with keys. Let me see if this looks like the same spot. Yeah, they don't ever make things where, they rotate things around, and why do they have this way over here? Okay, yeah, maybe this is it. No, that's Martin. They have her vehicle right here. What a joke. That's so stupid. Like this thing right here. Martin! Oh, the vehicle too! No, it wasn't anywhere near there. She was last seen at around 8 p.m. on Tuesday, August 13th in Allendale, South Carolina, with her car found abandoned the next day. Jessica's aunt, Amy, told the U.S. Sun that the last the family heard from her was about 8 to 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday night. Police found Jessica's car with the keys still inside, her shoes, and her cell phone the same day at around 9:15 p.m. Let's see. That's kind of weird, right? So she was last heard from at 8 to 8:30. Police found Jessica's car with keys inside her shoes and her cell phone the same day at 9:15 p.m. I mean, my God, it's like 45 minutes later, you're already looking for her and you find her car. That's a little weird, you know? She's last heard from 8 to 8:30, and then 9:15 they already find her car. So they must have, like, what did they do? Track her phone somehow? I mean, she's found randomly. I don't know. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, you guys. Does it? I mean, she's on a phone at 8 to 8:30, and then they've already tracked her in some weird area at 9:15. Like, just 45 minutes later, they've already found it. How did they get the... I guess they could have just given the phone number, the aunt, to the police, and they type it in, and they say, oh, look, her phone's located here. Then they drove out there, and they found the vehicle. But, I mean, it's so fast, you know. I guess that's possible. The vehicle was still warm, but had been sitting for a while, said Allendale County Sheriff James Freeman, per the outlet. According to Freeman, authorities searched for Jessica on Wednesday, August 14th. The search involved 3 helicopters, 2 of which were from the Savannah River site, and a local dog team. The helicopters provided an aerial survey of the area surrounding the car for 5.5 hours, the outlet reported. Huh. Yeah, it's just so weird. It's not on there. Oh, there he is. I'm still here. That's 5:30 in the morning. Let's try that. Six in the morning. $6:30. Man, it sure be weird to have one of the worst nights of the month right after we finally had a good night the night before. Man. We're at 33%. 11:30, now it's 7:30 in the morning. And 8 in the morning. Man, what happened to all the old freaks? It's brutal. Let's see. Almost at 1 o'clock. It should be 9. Yeah. Yeah, almost 10. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it almost seems like somebody was chasing her or something. $10:30. And they were there for 5 hours. We didn't see anything. That's weird. I'm not sure what that means, Tina. But what does that even mean? What are you talking about? Oh, I see what you're trying to say. Yeah, it is. It's very frustrating for me. Yeah. I work, I try to do as good a job as I can, Guess it is what it is. Anyways, all right. So I don't think this map picked up those helicopters. Is there anything else on this, you guys? Anybody have any information? I'm going to go do something else. Hey, thanks, Tracy Harrison. Got to go make a video. Or maybe do something on my other channel. I don't know, but... Only 14 miles from Allendale. Yeah. I think what she meant was, like, last night was one of the best, and then tonight's one of the worst, of the month. And there's no rhyme or reason, But we used to have a Tina Marie. Remember her? She was a moderator. I wonder if that's the same one. Alright, well, I don't really have much more information on this. I have very little details as far as who, what, when, where, and how, Robinson said, noting they do not have a clothing description. We do need the public's assistance. So there isn't really a ton of information, but we've got it all mapped out, and hopefully there's some updates. We don't really have anything. I mean, she does have a Facebook page. And like her family has Facebook pages, etc. But I don't know, just based on the information, it feels like, well, what's interesting is she has a flat tire, so that sort of seems natural, right? Like a natural thing. But it's almost like when she had a flat tire, maybe somebody came by and abducted her after she already got out of her car and was just sort of sitting there, but somebody noticed that she was going down that road and abducted her. I don't know. Yeah. So anyways, that's all I can think of, really. Because a flat tire makes it seem like that was the reason. Somebody could have made her tire flat or whatever before, and then but I mean, what are the odds? I think it's weird that, did she get the flat tire because of the railroad track? Or did she have the flat tire and she got stuck on the railroad track? What do you guys think about that? Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Is there a chance you guys can get us to at least half the goal? So we're 15 short of half. Any chance at that? Deer season started today in Allendale and lots of hunters out. Hope she's okay, but someone did something terrible. Hunters are out. Well, it started today, so she went missing on the 13th. I don't know. How do we know that she was really into horses? Where does it say that? you know? I mean, we're already 2 hours, what is it? Or hour and 40 minutes. I don't remember it saying she was into horses. I don't remember hearing that. A lot of times I'm reading something when... Oh, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make much sense to me. She was heading to go visit her aunt, not go look at horses in the middle of the night. You know, it doesn't really... I mean, I think that's just going to be... it's just coincidental. Used her Tina that used to mod. That is, I guess that is her. Wow, hey, thanks, Lisa Wilkerson. Man, it's just so amazing how like every, you know, I don't know, man, it's just wild. But look at that. Hi, Gray and Freaks, nice to be here. Thanks for the good thoughts. Hey, we put those out at the beginning of the show, so everybody put some good vibes out for Lisa Wilkerson. That'd be great. She's been struggling. She used to be here all the time, but she's doing better, it sounds like. They're on some good paths. We talked on the phone today for a while, and it's like, all right. I'll check in again a couple weeks or something. Doesn't sound like this young lady is okay. I hope she wasn't accidentally shot by a hunter. It's happened here when... I just don't know what to do now. Like, what do we look into at this point? You know, the horse thing, I think it's just coincidental. Because, you know, she was trying to find her aunt's house. I'd like to know who her aunt is and where her aunt lives to put that on the map. That'd be good. Here, let me get... So she lived... Where's her address? She lives in... Oh, well, she lives in Florida, right? Jacksonville, is that right? No, that doesn't really matter where she lives. The aunt's house would be nice. No, I don't think it's some big coincidence at all, Ariel. It's just there's a lot of horses out. You know, people have horse. Doesn't mean anything. I mean, that's the least big coincidence I've ever heard in my life. Oh yeah, this 1,000-acre thing has some horses on it, and she likes horses. Therefore, in the middle of the night, she decided to turn off a dirt road when she's trying to get to her aunt's house because she wanted to go look at the horses there. That just, no. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's like 1 in 1,000 that's why she went there. Very low odds. Right, it's just not really... I mean, it's, you know, it's sort of interesting. Like, oh, wow, it's this big horse farm, and then this person, you know, she gets lost on a massive... It's not really just a horse farm, though. I mean, it has places, but it has all this other stuff going on, too. Right. But you never know. Maybe she saw a sign that... Let's see what it looks like. She's driving down the highway. Right here. And she's zipping along in the middle of the night. And she's looking at these signs here, perhaps. I think that's the church. Yeah. And she's coming around. Is that a cemetery? Yeah. Jeez, I bet that's really old. Yeah, it was back here. Wait, where was the thing? I put a pin where it said seen from the news image. They were kind of like, oh, that's right, they were over here. Let me see. Yeah, so see, there are horses right there, you know, on the side. But I mean, when she's driving there, it's like 9. It's almost dark. So how would she even know that there were horses? And then she's over. Why is she here anyways, on this side road? So you'd only know that they were there if you just happened to pull off on the side road. You think she just pulled off and then went, oh, look, there's horses, and then just sort of, like she was in the wrong spot and then noticed the horses, and that sort of led to all the stuff after that? I don't know. I can't say for sure, but I mean, I don't know how she would have had to get here and then turn left. And maybe there is a sign there that says something like stables. I'm just trying to help you with your story. I don't know. What would we look into, Ariel? I don't know. What would we look into? Well, listen, she liked horses, ma'am. Because here's the thing: is the story is going to be the same. It's there's a car found on the plantation, right? You have 15 more now to get to 25% short of the goal, because Lisa Wilkerson actually, I mean, by the way, you know, you don't need, I mean, I appreciate you sending it in, but I don't want to, Ariel. I don't want to, okay? I know you're a super sleuth, but I'm just not interested in that. I found the helos. She's from a whole different state. She was just going to visit her aunt, you know, and then there's this place where there's horses that she happened to disappear at. You never know. Maybe you'll be right. I just don't feel, I can't do anything with it. I don't know, because you keep talking about it, Ariel, over and over again, okay? That's why I keep talking to you about it. It's not interesting to me. I'm just thinking through it like, okay, how would that make sense? And I can't find a way to make sense of it. So then after that, it's like I don't know what to do with it. Even if we knew that she went there for horses, what would that do? Like, she was driving by, she saw a sign that said horses, she pulls over, and then her car, it ends up being the same thing. It just might mean why she went into that area, right? From your theory, that's why she pulled into that area, but it doesn't help us get anywhere, you know? Now, if you think that she had an appointment there, I just can't agree with that, because she was on her way to visit her aunt, and apparently she was lost and talking to her aunt. I don't remember what Zozo typed in up above. I never found that in the articles, that her phone was dying. I didn't see that. Let's see, she's found safe, and yeah, well, yeah, I mean, she can't just be wandering around. Oh, here's the thing. Look at it like this, then. Let's just say that, well, here's a scenario for you guys. Her phone dies, Her phone's already dead, basically. And then her car gets stuck on the railroad tracks. Well, she sure as hell isn't going to sit in the car waiting for a train to hit it. But then, why did she leave the car without her shoes on? Was she scared? Oh my God, I'm on the tracks! And she gets out of the car with her phone, then her phone's not working. But then why is her phone on the ground? See, there's a lot of stuff that's contradictory to just sort of the way people are. I could see this. Her phone is dying. She gets stuck on the tracks. And she's freaking out. Oh my God, I'm stuck on the tracks. A train might be coming. Then she jumps out of the car, but when you grab your shoes, I mean, you can see, let's see where she was. Hold on. If we go back to that spot, is it a spot that's a blind? Well, not really. Like, see, you can see in both directions a long ways. So it doesn't seem like she'd be that panicky. You'd just be like, oh crap, my car. And then you'd get out of the car, and let's say you jumped out of the car quickly to leave, and you left your shoes in the vehicle, right? Because you're just like, I want to get out of here. But you have your phone in your hand. But then why would you drop your phone on the ground somewhere near there? Can anybody explain that part? Like maybe she got lost in the dark, tripped, and it fell out of her hand, and then she ended up just wandering around in the complete darkness. Because it is, I bet you it is pitch black out here, just like they said in that article. So how about that scenario right there? She gets a flat tire and she realizes she's stuck on a track. She jumps out of the car really quick, a little panicky, and then it's like pitch black. And then she sort of like trips and, you know, the phone. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to make it make sense. What do you mean it looks like they were searching a trail? I don't know what that means. I don't see anything that looks like that. What do you mean wild to get promote on a case like this? I don't know what that means either. Well, we don't know. I don't know if she got the flat tire because of the tracks, or did she have a flat tire and she ended up on the tracks, and that's why she got stuck on them. I don't know. I hope they use them in the helicopters, but they don't. They didn't mention that in the articles. I'm glad you're good. You're right about true crime being a bummer sometimes. Taking breaks at times. Wow, what do you mean? That's what true crime is. Yeah, everything's a bummer. There isn't anything that's like, yeah. Yeah, that's what I just said. I'm Jake. We've said both of the scenarios like 3 or 4 times. You know, she either had a flat tire and got stuck on the tracks because of the flat tire, or when she went onto the track, somehow that caused a flat tire. That makes a lot of sense. We've already said that 3 times already. I mean, you got to come up with these are the things you have to consider when you're thinking here. Jeez, here we go. God, you're not going to let that rest, are you? The horse angle. Oh God, oh Jesus! She had her horse boots in the car. Everybody, she was so eager. She was on her way to her aunt's house. And then saw a sign about horses and then said, screw my aunt, you know, even though I'm lost, I'm going to go check out those horses. And she put on her riding boots and then went chasing after a lone horse that was, and then got stuck on the railroad tracks. And then she left her normal shoes in the car because she was still wearing the riding boots. Okay. Have they released an image of her car yet? No, I haven't seen it. If she knew she had to walk through a field, maybe having boots on was a better option. Maybe. Well, really, it works against you because I don't agree with you at all, Ariel. It's not being stubborn. It's just you're being outlandish. Your rational thinking here is ludicrous. Okay, it's not. It's possible that somehow she went in there, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The car is still found over there. Whether she pulled off because there's horses or not is irrelevant. I just don't even think that's what happened either. You know, I'm not saying it's not possible, but everybody, now she's saying, how is her line of work outlandish? See how stupid that is? Nobody said that. You sound like Kamala Harris, man. Just ludicrous replies that mean absolutely nothing. All right? Like a zero. Let's see. How is her line of work outlandish? Yes, because I said her line of work was outlandish, everybody. Woody Wood. That's helpful info. Pretty sure it was flooding on the 11th, too. Oh, you think so? Certain directions should be avoided because of floods. So, was she in the water? I mean, what are you guys trying to imply with that? That there was flood water all the way up from the river onto the railroad tracks? Nay! Jesus. But after driving maybe around 8 hours, a darn horse at 8:30, yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not taking it out of like consideration as being perhaps she was driving. I mean, that's the thing. She's lost. That's the story. She was lost and trying to figure out where she was, and the aunt was going to meet her halfway. And so for me, it'd be irrational for somebody while they're lost to sort of go onto some property because there's horses and just kind of like then drive around and get stuck somewhere, and it just doesn't make much sense. Sorry. I know I'm supposed to pretend that every idea is great, but I can't do it. Let's see. How's the flooding the area? That was a lot of flooding last week. Is there still standing water? I don't know. You know what we could do is maybe look on a map to see what it looked like other times. Because sometimes you can pick up a flood in an old map somewhere. I'm not sure why. It must have been had a rainstorm or something. Look at that. I'm Jake was gifted a membership by Georgina Stoliker. Yeah, this hasn't even changed in decades. Look at that. Crazy. That's 1985. Look at the shapes there. Now I'm going to move it all the way to now. Basically the same. Nothing. Flooding was closer to the coast, Mount Pleasant. I mean, okay, but so how is flooding going to affect this right here? I know we're all trying to figure something out, but I mean, how does flooding affect this? Like, how does it? I mean, the flooding to me would be somewhere closer to the river over here. I'm not really sure that right here where her car was, that flooding was associated with that. Can you show me where it was? Look at that. That's Jake from State Farm. It's amazing. What the hell are you doing in here? Yeah, we don't know where the aunt lived, though. Do you even know who the aunt is, Zozo? If you knew where the aunt was, I could probably... You know, apparently she was spotted in Yeah, Allendale, I mean, right over here. So likely she probably drove out like this on this road. I'm just guessing. Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's perfect. I mean, it's absolutely... So here's Allendale, right? How about let's figure out how much time it takes. Hey, thanks, Southern Mom. I've been working, so I'm late. How close was her car to the family she was... It's her aunt, and I don't know who the aunt is yet. I'm from South Carolina and have driven through this area many times. When you drive through, do you see the sign that says horses? And if you like horses, did it make you just want to swerve off the road and go look at them? Oh, man. I'm sure Ariel's up there going, oh, that gray guy, boy, I'm just goofing around. I'm just telling you how I feel, though. I don't think that somehow in the middle of the night she pulls over at a, like sees a horse sign and just so, even though she's lost, she goes there, Here, let me do places. Okay, right here. Directions from here. Wait, why did it say that? Directions from here. Yeah. She went, looks like she stayed on that road, went through Martin, and then, I mean, I guess, she was all the way over here at some point. Let's do this church. Then I can get an address on it. So there you go. And there is the directions, and apparently that takes 20 minutes. So, it's almost, you're getting, 8:45-ish when you come over, when you're in this area over here, right? Or I'm just going to take that out. Right there, the route. I'm going to move it up. All right. Alright, so that's 20 minutes from right here. And, it's a pretty obvious little route there, isn't it? Just very straightforward, right out of Allendale on this road. And then somehow over in this area, well, she's over here. This is where she's found. So how would that happen? I mean, you got to admit, like, that's crazy as hell. So let's follow this, whatever this is. Let's see. So she's right here. So to get from that road over there, she'd have to be on whatever. Let's go to a different time. Let's find yeah, there you go. A time of year where there's no leaves. So she would have had to drove down all of this road. I mean, what a ridiculous thing to be doing. And then, let's see, then it comes over here. I mean, let's see, is there any way to see what that does? So obviously it must come around and then out like that. And then, man, so what's she doing? Right here, she takes a left? That's insanity. Right here. Oh, look, there's a picture of a horse. Just kidding. You know, Ariel was like, oh no! She thought there was like this big... but look at this is where she turned left here. See that? This isn't even... Okay, look at that in the sign. So this is Creek Plantation here. Interesting. Look. There's the sign. So maybe she... Okay, so now you're saying... Like, she heard that the Creek Plantation was really big in horses, even though she was lost. And she drove down and saw that sign and went, ooh, and then just turned. And let's see. I guess I'm going to have to... Let me draw this on a map. I'll have to send you a notebook if it's related at all to horses. Wow, let's see. One... Let's put her little route on here, because this route's ridiculous, right? Yeah, so then around. And isn't this, I guess, it doesn't look like there's any, you know, you're not stopped from driving around. Now I can't see it, but I'm just going to guess it goes around like that. Ah, Jesus. Oh, good. I just remembered how to get rid of those extra ones. Oh, there it is. I mean, this is the route she went, if that's where her car is. I guess it's also possible, I mean, she could have got on the railroad tracks and been driving for a while and then got a flat, you know, but why would you do that? So there you go, and that distance is 1.25 miles. I mean, is there any way that she could have been just driving down the railroad tracks and then eventually maybe she, I mean, I don't want to say it, but like she was just going to go try to run into a train, but it doesn't sound like she was that type of person. Like she seemed like she was in good mood. Yeah, I think it's, I don't think the horse thing has anything to do with anything, but you never know, man. We could spend all day wondering. She's driving down the highway. I'm lost, Aunt. I don't know where I am. Oh my God! The plantation! That's where the horses are! Let me go look! And then drives down this secluded dirt road in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night. She just keeps looking for that elusive horse, driving around. And then, right here, she doesn't know where to go and gets stuck on the railroad tracks. Yeah. Look like several mailboxes that, yeah, I mean, that looks like there's a whole bunch of addresses in there, for sure. But who knows, man? Maybe somebody that lives on this, when they saw the car go by, they came out to see who went onto their property, because you know how they are out there. And maybe somebody spotted them. And that's sort of what happened at the end. It's weird. Why'd she turn there? I mean, that's really the only way to get there unless you drove on the railroad tracks. I mean, what's this one here, though, I guess? That's a little bit better, actually. I mean, that one actually makes sense, too. I keep saying actually if I say it one more time. But look at right there. That road comes in. So let's take a look at that one. That one's easy. And watch, this one says, the greatest horse farm in the history of the planet. All right. So there's two roads. This one looks more rational, right? Not a lot of houses. The road looks better. Didn't see this one originally, so there's two ways to get there. 3 if you want to count driving on railroad tracks. They were only 59 short of an actual goal tonight. Is that possible with all the freaks in here? And that's the new lower goal that I said. Alright, so you got that one. Wow, alright. This one is 1.1 miles, and let's see what it looks like. Does that seem... Is there a sign on this one too? I want to end road work too, don't you guys? I mean, why would somebody put a picket sign right there? End road work. I agree, don't you? I think we should all end road work. I mean, Mike, I would pick up that picket sign. Yeah, so she went driving down that road right there. Hey, it's Nikki Zubz. Thank you. No, it wouldn't be. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna KK sent me some images too, so we have this. We already have that map picture. I just want to read what these say. All right. Now I was kind of noticing on our Facebook page that I hadn't seen one picture of a horse. That's what I was wondering about. And I was looking at all these, just wondering, where's the horse? You know? What kind of dog is that? That looks like a Pomeranian or something. Yep, don't see any horses on there. Yeah, don't see anything. Alright, what's this one? It says, just doesn't make sense why she would be off the highway. Right. Especially on those rural roads like that. The circle's where her car was. Yeah, we already had that. Zozo sent that a while ago. All the buildings belong to us and have been searched thoroughly. All the cameras are being watched heavily as well. Have you looked at the other, before cameras? Joey Blackwell, the tracks run at the beginning of Little Hill Road. Hopefully the cameras will show something to help point in the right direction. That's what we are praying for. I guess there were 15 more replies. We just can't see them. Wait, what was that name of that? Let's see. Little Hell Road. Oh, what are they talking about? The tracks? Okay. So, I guess what they're saying is maybe, I don't know what they're trying to imply there, but maybe she drove on, here's Little Hell Road, drove onto the tracks. That was the third option. And then makes her way up to here, and that's where she got the flat tire. She could have came on that one or this one. Aunt's name maybe Amy. Yeah, well, I need the last name. I don't know what, well, she hasn't been married, right? Well, no, but the thing is she has her dad's last name. I don't know what her mom's maiden name is, or I don't know what aunt it is. Here, I'll look in this Ben verified thing over here. What makes you think it might be Amy, the aunt? Oh, the Sun. I was just reading the Sun. I wonder if that's... Yep, don't see an Amy anywhere in any of that. But yeah, let me look at the... Didn't I already do this one? Yeah, I read this one earlier. The Sun. That's the one that KK sent. Jessica's aunt Amy. So there's an aunt named Amy. Told the U.S. Sun that the last... Okay, let me try something. Hold on. Well, there's a few ants in here. That's one that was in Atlanta. Jessica's aunt Amy told the U.S. Sun that the last the family heard from her was about 8 to 8:30. Well, how come you don't know the exact time? Police found her vehicle at 9:15. Now, don't you find that just amazing? I mean, just an hour and 15 minutes at the most, they already found her car in the middle of nowhere. So that means they must have given the phone number and said, God, she's lost. She's disappeared. She was lost. Here's her phone number. And then they saw the last ping location, drove out there, and they found the phone on the ground, the car there with their shoes in it, and they can't find her. So I guess we have to use that. Oh, it does? Okay, I was wondering, are you sure it's not oh, this might be it right here then. Okay, hold on. Alright. Alright, we can probably get this then. Hold on, let me get it. Yeah, I think that might be it. But for any new people watching right now, if you're able to help support this channel, allows us to keep doing these shows, I would appreciate it. So it says, okay, well, it says she lives in Florida, though. I mean, I don't know. This lady's lived in a lot of different places. Does it make sense at all, or? Yeah, not really. Way down here in Florida? I don't think so. That's probably a vacation house. It's weird too, because the other, it says Atlanta. Where's Atlanta on here? I think that's closer. Yeah, now that makes sense. So if she lives in Atlanta, that is almost like exactly heading in that direction. So, you know, she likely probably was trying to, let me do roads. Thanks, M. Jarding. Okay, yeah, so right here she probably meant to stay on 125. And, you know, then probably up in this town, cut across over here. And you know, let's just measure it distance-wise and add 10 miles or something. Yeah, that's probably just, I'm just getting a rough, crap, the thing disappeared off the screen. A 160 miles, about 180 probably. Mm-hmm. I'm really trying hard, you guys, to reach the goal 2 nights in a row. Will it happen? We're very close, very close. I almost just did a call-in show tonight, Jessica. I'm gonna look. She does have there is a location in Atlanta here. It's the only. Let me see if that's the only one. Yeah, so maybe that's it. I mean, Atlanta's all that really matters. But like right over in this area. It's so interesting because she definitely went the right way. She was heading correctly up this road, and then she only turned off where there's a horse farm. I'm trying to work your angle in, Ariel. I really am. I'm really trying. How can I tag people? You hit the @ symbol and then start typing their name in. Yeah, like she's on Highway 125. So why did she turn there? Or, I guess there's that other option down over here where she went on the tracks right there. These two go there. Yeah, it just feels like there's something nefarious about it, Like, why would she go there naturally? It doesn't make any sense. And when she called, was she already lost there? Like, hey, I'm lost. Because you're not lost if you're on 125, right? You're just on 125. You're doing great. But she's saying she's lost. And doesn't she have one of those cell phone mapping programs? Oh, we have somebody in here. You want to call in, Sarah? How about you call in, Sarah? Can you do that? Or I can put the number on the screen. But come on, you guys. Let's not make me struggle tonight again. All right, there it is, Sarah. Call it in. Yeah, it'd be kind of nice. But where would she be? I mean, just lost somewhere? Walking around in this forested area? Maybe? I mean, it's really thick forest there. I mean, right after, if you get off of here and somehow you end up over there, you could easily be lost in this stuff. Oh my God. Ariel said the red outline looks like a horse's head. Yeah, it's in Atlanta, Georgia. The location. Well, there's Plato. We're only 37 away now, you guys. You can do it. We just have to do 2 nights in a row to feel like we're... Last night was better than... It was like the normal nights we used to have. But now I'm just trying to keep things going. It's just such a hard thing. But I understand everybody's struggling, and, I really only want people to help that can, So did you get all everything packed up there, Plato? So is Sarah, are you out there? Call the number on the screen. We'd like to ask questions and try to figure out what's going on here. Hello? Oh, you mean like bears and cougars, pumas? I don't know. Everyone always goes that angle. All right, here's body blow biscuit butter. Well, there's Plato's first, and then now we're only 32 away. And then Body Blow Biscuit Butter said, I think she got a flat tire on the main road and pulled onto the plantation, possibly looking for help. Yeah, maybe, but I mean, isn't that kind of a... Yeah, I mean, I guess that's possible. But wouldn't she just pull over right next to the road? I guess... So she had a flat tire and then she kept driving, looking for help? With a flat tire? Seems like when you get a flat tire, you just kind of pull over. And, you know, she did make it kind of close to whatever this is. Yeah, well, what ended up being the story, Sam, on that story you got there? Well, apparently somebody says that they do have cameras out here at some of these locations. I'm not sure which camera on... You know, this road here would have cameras. This one doesn't seem like it unless you maybe have trail cameras. You know, the hunting. You know, a lot of hunters put up trail cameras, so maybe that would be something interesting for all the hunters to go check their trail cameras to see if she's shown up on them. I know. Great idea. I know. Thanks. Oh, trail cameras. I thought you were talking about they were just like surveillance. Hello, Kava. You know what I hate when people have all those little symbols on their names? How do you tag somebody? How in the world do I find that little weird looking shape that you have? I have no idea. You know, they put like a anchor and this and that and the other thing, and I'm supposed to tag them. I know, it's like, I think the way you could tag them would be to highlight in the, let's see if that works. Hold on a second. There you go. I think you might be able to do it. Watch this. Here we go. At, and then, that didn't even work. Hold on, let me try it again. At, I even put the right character in there because I copied it on the screen. Oh, look at that. Boom. I just figured it out, everybody. You just go up and you copy that little tiny text on there and you can do it. I just figured it out. I'm so happy. Yeah. I just did it though. You see that, you guys? Well, she can see it. You guys can't tell that I tagged it. What do you mean? Don't you just highlight it and hit Control C? No, it doesn't. You have to have the @ symbol. You can't just type somebody's name in. You definitely have to put the @ in there. I just tried it. I've tried it a million times. Hey, thanks, M. Jordan Jarding. You just like me saying your name, right? M. Jordan Jarding. Well, I thought Sarah might call in and talk to us for a minute, but apparently she left right after that. And who was she again? She was I don't know. Don't see it. Try to highlight a name. It asks if I want to block the person. Hey, you can't just type somebody's name in, KK. I'm just telling you, we've been doing this for years. You might have something different on your phone, but I can just tell you, you can't do it. See? It didn't do shit. Oh, it is the maternal side. Okay, so you're... who are you? Sarah, can you call in and tell us what's going on and try to help us out a little bit? Okay, I've never seen it where... I've never been able to. I just type @ and then it actually gives you choices of people with that name. Okay, well, I'm not going to do it that way. It doesn't work as well. See how you just always get too focused in on little things like that? It's just... Yeah, so I got a number on the screen up there, Sarah, so if you call in, maybe we can... No, my name isn't highlighted. My name is not highlighted in what you just typed in. It just says gray. That's it. The other one, if you start typing in like GR and you hit enter, it fills in the rest of it. If that's the only one that's out there. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because I should have been tagged, right? But I'm not. Yeah, I don't know why she's not calling in. I mean, we're just trying to get this stuff figured out. Yeah, we figured out the last name. So Atlanta, Georgia is where the aunt lives. Yep. She seems to was headed absolutely correctly on 125. You get up here and maybe in this location, up when you're in, what's the name of this town? Gotta be the name of that town. Oh, I turned off borders and live in Augusta, Georgia. So you're on 125. And then you would veer off onto like 28, go through Augusta, and then make your way up to, well, over to Atlanta over here. Or right there, actually. I think it's Stefan Stearns lived right there at one point. I guess not, Tina. Guess not. Thanks for that observation, Tina. Let's see. Yes, it worked. Yes, it worked, Sleuth. It didn't work for me. All right. Well, I don't have any more to do tonight, you guys. So we're kind of just stuck where we're at. I'd like to get more information out there, but we don't have it. I got the road, Tina. So, anyways, thanks everybody for being here tonight. Appreciate it. Didn't reach the goal yet again, but yeah, didn't. 75% is not too bad. Yeah, we've had a whole bunch like this. Yeah, I kind of remember that one. A long time ago. Oh, you have to put in the... Well, how come Plato's didn't work then? Really? So if I... Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so if you hit the @ symbol, you can start typing a name and it actually gives you options of people. I don't know if she was alone or not, but anyways, thank you, everybody, to Wendy Van Roekel. I mean, we've heard that she was alone and got lost, Plato, but that's about it. I don't know where I'm going. Thanks, Wendy Van Roekel, Michelle H, Zozo, K-Me, Flounder23, Lisa Valenzuela, Linda Howell. I might go over to the other channel in a little bit. Plato, Allie Cake, Deborah Tro, K-Me, Brown Eye Girl 714, Cindy J, True Crime Nut, Plato, Mark Willis, Body Blow Biscuit Butter, BBBB, Kathy Friedenmaker, Tracy Harrison Sass, Lisa Wilkerson, and Georgina Stoliker gifted a membership. Maybe we can reach somehow on the other channel. Southern Mom. My other channel is a political channel. It's from the Republican or conservative side of it. So if you're not interested in that, don't show up over there and get all disappointed that nobody's supporting, Kamala, the the chameleon. I mean, just absolute ridiculous. Anyway, so then we have Southern Mom, Nikki Zubs, M. Jordan Jarding, Plato, Body Blow Biscuit Butter, and M. Jordan Jarding. We actually got to pretty close, 29 short of reaching that low goal that we've set up. So maybe on the other channel we can somehow get there, and then we'll count it as a win. Who knows? The other channel is called Red, Gray, Blue. One word, it's all connected. Or you can type in on YouTube, type in Red, Gray, Blue 1, the number 1, and it'll go there. And it's a political channel. And, we just kind of go over different things. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy times, man, when you have one political party and in the entire news outlets are in cahoots with one. That's when we have a scary time. And I think everybody agrees with that. You can't have the media acting as an arm of a political party. And that's where you start getting into socialistic and almost like Nazi Germany kind of shit, where you have a propaganda arm of the media that works for the... I mean, it's really pretty scary. So anyways, we will see you guys tomorrow. Maybe we'll see you on the other one. Maybe, Zozo, probably the distance between the footprints, etc. So anyways, we'll see you guys later, all right? And as I always say, until next time. And by the way, I hope we, overnight get some answers. It's only been, it's been one full night and then sort of into tonight. So basically, it's really been not too many. It's like 30 hours or something, right? Because it would be like the 13th at 9 at night, the 14th at 9 at night. Oh, I guess no, it's more like 48 hours. Actually, more like 50 now. So, but you know, she could just be wandering around, lost in that wooded area over there. I mean, if you just look at this picture here, she happens to be right in this area where there's this massive sort of wilderness spot. See that? With not a lot of roads or anything. She's right on the edge of that. And if she went the wrong direction, perhaps from right there started wandering over here, I mean, she's completely lost. Although the car, you know, I guess it's right there. So, you know, from over here, she goes over there. I mean, look at this area. That's just pure insanity in there. I bet that's so thick. But why would she go into that? I don't know, man. Why is her phone on the ground? Wouldn't she keep her phone with her? Why are her shoes in the car? Oh, that's right. She's wearing the boots. Yeah. Hey, good night, Lisa, and good night, KK. Or maybe we'll see you in the other one. And then News Crasher, Georgina Stoliker, Paulette Leonard, Zozo, Diane Spence, Christy, Nikki Zubs, and Jessica Schubach, Linda Howell. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you guys later. And be safe out there. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, thug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gregor's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor,
and I'm meaner than a speckle with a vector.
On his specter, with all respect, y'all. Just remember, I'm a temple fucking check, I have no agenda. I never agenda. And I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you later. All right. Be safe out there.